All of you in person, thanks for being here. And then we have a whole group of people joining us online as we'll be live streaming this release. So thank you to those who are joining from near and far. I know there are many ocean heroes all over the United States and internationally who tend to join for these. So thank you again for being here. It's not every day we get to witness these moments. One that reminds us of the power of compassion, science, and community working together. So I'm John, by the way, with the Marine Mammal Care Center, Los Angeles. It's our patients that are going back today, 2 of them. We're celebrating the return of Wren and Hue. These are 2 California sea lions. Does everybody have one of these sheets of paper that tell you the animal stories? If you do not, raise your hand and someone will come and bring them to you. Both of these animals came into our care for reasons that we see normally spread out throughout the year. We just had a big mass drowning event due to domoic acid. These 2 animals came in for wound care. So one had an abscess on the jaw, one had a shark bite, both requiring basic wound care, antibiotics, lots of fish to fatten them up and get them ready to go home. So you'll see a little jiggling when they run down to the ocean. That's the reserve blubber they need to give them time to figure out how to catch fish again in the bigger pool that is our ocean versus what they were at our facility. So want to thank some people. I want to thank the staff and our volunteers and the board members who are here today from the Marine Mammal Care Center. Your efforts every single day allow these second chances to happen. To our supporters, your generosity is what fuels every rescue, every treatment, and every release. They're going home today because of you all. So thank you for that. I want to thank 2 Hermosa Beach residents, Chris and Kara Knight. You might know Chris as Peter Brady, one of the TV screens in that 9-block series at the beginning. So thank you, Chris, for lending your voice and your support to our mission. And to Los Angeles County lifeguards and junior lifeguards. So we've got a lot of junior lifeguards coming and joining us today. But they are often on the front lines of seeing the animals first, calling us to come and get rescue, and helping be the eyes and really the rescue partners on the beach day in, day out. So thank you to all of you. And I also want to thank some elected officials that are here today, including Mayor Rob Saman. Oh, there you are. I know you're sitting. Okay. Council members Jackson, Keegan, and Francois. Thank you for standing with us, for your leadership, and for championing ocean health in this local community of Hermosa. I also want to thank the city of Hermosa Beach, the residents, everyone who lives here, and everyone who works for Hermosa Beach. Your support of the Marine Mammal Care Center has been nothing short of extraordinary. You were the very first city in Los Angeles County to step up when we asked for help and support. This was last year. And provided that critical funding to help us meet the influx of animals coming in. You not only help save lives, but you set an example for other coastal cities that have followed, and hopefully in the next few months will continue to follow, so that we have a strong regional solution and a public-private partnership to keep both our people, beachgoers, safe and healthy, but also the animals that are needing our help because of actions linked back to human behavior. So I want to ask the mayor to come up and say a few words if you'd like.
Thank you. Thank you all. Very tall.
Oh, this one here.
No, that's fine. Thank you. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Hermosa Beach. It's a pleasure to join all of you early risers this morning on this sea lion release. And first and foremost, I want to take this opportunity to thank our partners at the Marine Mammal Care Center and the many others who made this possible today. From where we stand here on Hermosa Beach, it's easy to see that Hermosa has a deep connection to the coast. Protecting our oceans and the wildlife that call it home is a shared responsibility. And we're proud to partner with the Marine Mammal Care Center to do just that. Since 2023, Hermosa Beach has provided $35,000 annually to support MMC's important work rehabilitating sick and injured mammal life. I'm proud to say that our city leadership has inspired others, like Redondo Beach and Manhattan Beach, to join the cause, to do the same thing. thank you to those two cities. We all appreciate that. And this makes a really stronger regional support network. When you look at this, it's just, why would we want to do this? Well, it's the right thing to do, I think. It's just as simple as that. This work needs to be done, and we are really honored to have an opportunity to help support it. As we saw this February, that network has never been more needed. Pardon me. There we go. The domoic acid bloom that hit our coast earlier this year was one of the worst on record, threatening the lives of hundreds of marine creatures. But we also saw incredible action from the Marine Mammal Care Center, from our volunteers, and from our community, rising to meet this moment and giving animals like Hue and Wren, who you will meet shortly, a second chance. So today, we not only celebrate Hue and Wren's return to the water, we celebrate partnership, we celebrate community, and we celebrate shared purpose. On behalf of Hermosa Beach's City Council, I want to thank the Marine Mammal Care Center, our local partners, and all the residents who stepped up for their tireless work. We're proud to stand with you in preserving local marine life and keeping our beaches healthy and safe for everyone. So now I'll pass the mic back to our friends from MMCC, and let's get ready to give Hue and Wren a warm Hermosa Beach welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so almost to that moment. We're going to have two people help lift the crate door open today. So we're going to ask the mayor to join, and then Chris, if you would be so willing as well. And would you like to say anything as a Hermosa Beach resident and someone who has been really passionate and supportive?
Thank you, John. Yes, I would actually, because I think I'm like a lot of our residents here. I'm a 31-year resident now of the South Bay, 60-some odd year resident of Los Angeles, and I only became familiar with the Marine Mammal Care Center through this DA event and a charity event that was held up on the hill at the Lundquist home. It was at that point that I learned of the Marine Mammal Care Center. I think I'm pretty aware, at least I like to think I am, and very supportive of what as a kid I saw Jacques Cousteau doing in the oceans, that we need to be good custodians, better custodians than perhaps we have been over the last few hundred years of the oceans. So I was a little embarrassed that I didn't know about the Marine Mammal Care Center, and that it had been around since the 60s. And then that there's other marine mammal care centers up and down the state, other individual organizations. I not only didn't know that they existed, but that they needed to exist. That when there are issues with our wildlife, our mammal wildlife from the oceans onto our beaches, it's not the zoo that comes to the rescue. And only when they pass is it an issue for the Department of Beaches and Harbors to remove the unfortunate animals that didn't make it. Those live animals become a public hazard. Plus, it's heartbreaking. Certainly, it's bad publicity. And these DA events, though this event luckily is now dying down, they're not over. They will continue. They might get worse. Trends are that they will get worse. So more support is necessary. So people like myself who want to keep the oceans healthy need to become more aware. And that's what that's what this event to me is really about. It's to bringing this awareness that this is a needed benefit to our community. And when you see these sea lions be released and they jump through that water, your hearts will be lifted. And it's all because of your effort. So keep it up. And Marine Mammal Care Center, keep it up. But they can only keep it up if we keep it up. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. All right. So just a couple of things that I need everyone to hear. So as you line up in just a moment when we lift the ropes, we're going to ask you to go on either side or stay up on the ridge here because this is a pretty good view, seeing it from up high. We want everyone to be very quiet as these animals go out. They could be nervous. They haven't seen the ocean for a month or so, and they're not going to be used to all these people watching. So the quieter we are, the less stressed they're going to be. When they do hit the water and they're under the water, by all means, feel free to clap, whistle, cheer, all of that good stuff, but hold that in until they are in the water. Don't go past the line yet, please. Also, we will have people boarding along the red line. If an animal goes the wrong direction and starts coming towards you, stand still. Don't react. Don't go like this or like you're swatting away a bee like I probably would. The less you react, the more they're not going to view you as a threat. Let the boarders do their job. They will not let the animal near you, but make it easier by not reacting. Everyone can do that. Raise your hand if you heard me and you're willing to do that. It's like the emergency exit seats. If you're not, stay up here. Okay. With that, if everyone can remove the ropes and we'll line up, and once everyone's in place, we will then proceed. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Day.
Words.
They're now ready to open up the gate.
Are you guys ready? Everybody online's ready? All right.
They're now doing a countdown.
All right, you can see our door is open. The sea lions will kind of take a look at what's going on outside. And once they feel ready, they'll head out onto the sand and back to the ocean. So just like for you or me, it might be a little intimidating. This is the first time they've seen the ocean in a couple of months. So they're just getting strong and brave, and pretty soon they'll be hopping right out. And these sea lion releases tend to go really fast. As soon as they hit the sand, one will gain confidence, and then the other one will follow shortly.
Reiterate that we do not force them out, we give them as much as
And you'll notice they're taking a couple of minutes to take everything in. We're not going to force them to go in any time. This is all on their time. Now, these sea lions are just over a year old. California sea lions are born in June. And so these ones have just hit their first birthday. So we call them yearlings. And again, we've got Wren and Hue going back home today. There you go. You can see one little face checking things out. We'll give them a couple minutes to kind of just check things out. Get used to all the sights and sounds and smells again. And then they'll start running right back to the ocean. I also want to take this time now to thank everybody who tuned in online. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for those who have already donated. We're open for public visitation if any of you would like to come visit us. We're open Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays from 10 to 4. And if you came for a visit, you could see some of our patients in person while they're recovering at our marine mammal hospital. You'll learn from our docents, which is also part of our mission of ocean conservation. And then you can talk with some of our education volunteers as well. So it's a really good visit whenever you come to the Marine Mammal Care Center. It always looks a little bit different. The animals going home today are California sea lions. Right now at the center, we also have northern elephant seals. And so a little bit different. You'll notice with these animals, they're walking on their front flippers. There you go, getting a little bit braver. Got one flipper on the ramp now. And there's a second flipper on the ramp. And there's a second little face. It's not abnormal for these pups or yearlings to take a minute to take in the scenery. As you can imagine, it can be a bit intimidating seeing the waves again, and got a lot of folks out today, but we'll just be ready in a couple of minutes, take everything in, hop right out, and run back to the ocean. All right, one slid out a little bit, said, oh, maybe I'm not ready yet. And again, we don't want to force the animals to go back when they're feeling frightened. We want this release to be as stress-free as possible for them. So that's why we give them plenty of time, take in the scenery, take in the smells, take in the sights, and then they are ready to go whenever they are ready to go. Now, again, these are California sea lions that we're releasing today. But we do have elephant seals back at the center, which are super adorable. If you haven't come to visit us yet, I highly encourage that you make a visit and see these animals in person. Watch them go through the rehabilitation process. And you're seeing the final stage once they're all set, healthy, ready to go back to the ocean. But again, it can be a little intimidating for such a young sea lion. So we'll give them all the time that they need.
Hi, everybody. You've been listening to Kelsey Hashimoto right now. Telling you all about our California sea lions. This is Dave Bader. I'm the Chief Operations and Education Officer for the Marine Mammal Care Center. And I told you I was going to stand up in front of you. And let's tell you a little bit more about sea lions. So these are California sea lions, and they're headed out into the ocean. You're going to see now that the ocean, if you look out into it, it's green in color. It's not blue. A lot of people want to paint the color blue for the ocean. Our coastal ocean is always green. And it's because it's full of plankton, full of algae, full of life. And it's that life that is the base of the food chain. And it's what supports such amazing abundance and biodiversity of life off of our coast, especially for marine mammals. So that green color, it's not pollution. It's not anything yucky. It's actually life. So when you look in the ocean, you see it's green, you're looking at life. And we have a lot of it here in Southern California, which is why we find such abundant and happy marine life most of the time. But that green color of the water, that sometimes can also be the algae that produces that toxin, that neurotoxin called domoic acid. And that toxin happened this spring, but it's gone now. And that's the important thing. The domoic acid and the algae that produces it is no longer here. And that means that these guys headed out into the ocean can feel free to eat any anchovy or sardine that they'd like, because they're going to be free of that toxin. And that's what these animals like to eat. They like to find pelagic fishes. Pelagic means open ocean, that live and thrive in the open waters far offshore. Now, we do have pinnipeds that eat nearer to shore, and you might see them along the beaches and bays and harbors. They're called harbor seals. And harbor seals like to feed in shallower waters and kelp forests and along the beach. So if you ever come to the beach in the morning and you see just a little head poking up out of the water, staring at you, that's likely to be a harbor seal, not a California sea lion. So you're going to see a sea lion release here in a second, or a minute, or I don't know how long it'll take, but it'll take as long as it takes for them to be comfortable and to head out. So everybody listening right now, we appreciate your support. We appreciate you joining us here for this live stream. Hope you have the time to stick around with us for a little bit while these guys decide what they're going to do. You can see them kind of checking things out. You know, sea lions have some pretty amazing senses. We're zooming in right here. You can see those whiskers that they have. Those are called vibrissae, and they can sense the ripples of fish swimming through the water. So not actually just the fish themselves, but the ripples that they make as they swim through the water. We have our first intrepid adventurer. Everybody's quieting down right now to see if that will make them a little bit more comfortable. So we can't cheer for them right now because it would disturb them. But anybody online or at your phone or on your computer, you can cheer at home and make as much noise as you like to cheer these guys on and help them to get back out into the wild. All right. All right, he's checking things out. And often happens when they're feeling a little bit more shy about heading out into the ocean is the first one will come out and the other one will follow him. There he comes. There he goes. And there they go, back out into the ocean for a second chance at life in the wild. And that's what we love to see. We love to see happy animals live and in the wild. And it's important to remember that where they are is the wild. And we need to respect it as the wild. The ocean, the beach, it's a place where we should expect to see wildlife, like these California sea lions, and give them the space that they deserve. So if we do see sea lions on the beach, let's make sure to give them at least 50 feet of space. And if you're worried about them, use 1-800-39-WHALE. Call that phone number. That's our